Good morning, students. I am Dr.R.Suganya, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity. Today we are going to see about the constants. Constants in C programming. So constants in C refers to fixed values that do not change during the execution of program. So it is divided into two things. One is primary constants, the other one is secondary constants. So in primary constants, see in here we can see about um, integer, real and character constant. Secondary constants can be divided as array, pointer, structure, union, enum, etc. Okay. So what are the rules for constructing the integer constants? That is, an integer must always starts with one digit. It won't have decimal point. It can be either positive or negative. If we are not giving any positive or negative, it will be default as it will be as positive, and no commas or blank space are allowed within an integer constants. Next, about numeric constants. So an integer constant refers to a sequence of digits. There are three types of integers, namely decimal integer, octal integer and hexadecimal integer. Decimal integer is to the base of 10, octal integer is to the base of 8 and hexadecimal integer is to the base of 16. In decimal integer constant, it consists of set of digits 0 to 9 preceded by an optional sign or plus sign. Embedded spaces, commas and non-digit characters are not permitted between digits. Numeric constant and next is second constant called as octal integer constant. It will be from set to 0 to 7 with the leading 0. Example, it could be up to 7 only. So 0, 3, 7. So these are the examples for octal integer constants. Next is hexadecimal integer constants. It consists of sequence of digits preceded by 0x or in uppercase letters. It may include alphabets A to F or A through F. The letter A to F represents a number 10 through 15. Okay, and this is an example. And here is an example program. Hash include stdio.h, which is the header file, and next followed by main function. So whenever a C programming is being compiled, begin the cursor will start from the main function. Next is about printf, integer values, which is to be printed in the monitor, so we have to give it as printf. Okay, so printf again, so it is being taken from the keyboard, so that we are entering, that is percentage d, 3 percentage d's is given as it is representing the integer value. And next is printf slash n which represents the new line, and long integer values represent the uh, like to display in the screen, followed by slash n represents the new line. Okay, so two new lines will be preceded, and then long ld, which is a long double. Okay, and we have three digits given here. Okay, and next is numeric constants. The rules for constructing the integer constant: an integer constant must have at least one digit. It must not have a decimal point. Okay, it could be either positive or negative, and if no signs precedes, an integer constant is assumed to be positive. And no commas or blanks are allowed within the integer constants. The allowable range for integer constant is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Okay. So real floating point constant is a base 10 number that contains either a decimal point or an exponent or both. And the general form is mantissa e exponent. The mantissa is either a real number expressed in decimal notations or an integer. The exponent is an integer number with an optional plus or minus sign. Okay, so 0.2, 0.006 e to the power minus 3, 2e minus 8. Okay, and next is character constant. A single character constant is simply character constants contains a single character enclosed within a pair of single quotes marks. So even if an integer is being expressed within a single quote, it is said to as character constant. Okay, so it is a character. So it can be semicolon, it is being enclosed with single quotation. The last constant is a blank space. Okay. So character constants have integer values known as ASCII values too. Okay. And this is an example for character constants. Next is string constants, is a sequence of characters enclosed in double quotations, letters, numbers, special characters and blank spaces. Okay. So / character constant is an escape sequences, and it supports special / character constants, and these are all the main string constants available. Okay. And about variable, it is a data name that may be used to store a data value. And next thing is where a variable can be like average, height, total, class 10 is an example. Okay. So this is a question, multiple choice questions available. Who is the father of C language? C language developed at, C programs are converted to machine language with the help of, and C was primarily developed as, C can be used on. So these are the answers given here.